Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions: please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness, is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, Trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And Anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase. Ishana Murti as 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase. Agora Murti as 5 phase. Tatpurusha Murti has 5 faces. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 faces. Agora Murti has his 5 faces. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 faces. Satyojata Murti has his 5 faces. Ishana Murti has his 5 faces. All these 5 Murtis, five faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst prosecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagwan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. First experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All his ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas form the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear. Manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nityananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the rishis, munis, ganas, nayanamars, alvars, and siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Now let's go to the powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita from Bhagavan Satsang.
He will not be there. That is, to live this life. They are not facing death. They are escaping from life. Suicide is not facing death. It is just escaping from life. Escaping from life is different. Facing death is different. They just escape from life. Escaping from life doesn't mean they are facing death. Suicide is not the thing. Suicide is not the fate. Face the fear. When the fear is created in you, when the fear happens, just go through. Don't allow the fear to frighten you. People come and tell me, Swamiji, I am afraid of my fears. Fear is enough trouble. Why are you afraid of fears? Don't allow the fear to frighten you. Sit in the room. Be yourself. Just sit with yourself. Let the fears come up. How long you will postpone the fears? How long you will control them? How long you will escape from them? Allow them to come up. Your whole being may shake. Tears may roll. You may have the deep depression. Let everything happen. Whether you allow this fear to happen or not, the incidents are going to happen. I can say our fears can be classified as a major 5 category. 1, fear of losing your wealth, comfort. Next, fear of losing some part of your body in accident or disease. Third, fear of losing your near and dear ones. Fourth, fear of losing your mental well-being. Fifth, fear of unknown, fear of death, fear of ghosts, fear of God, everything. Fear of unknown, fear of hell or heaven, everything. These are the 5 major fears we face in our life. All your fears can be brought under these major 5 categories. Major 5 categories. Allow them to come up. Sit with yourself. Give half an hour for your fears. Tell them, today I am going to face you all. Today, let me see what happens. Let your mind speak everything. Let everything come out. You may have the depression. Tears may roll. Whole body may shake. Let it come out. What can be done? You can't do anything. If you can, you would have done it. If you can, long before you would have done it. Very clearly, your very existence proves you are not able to do anything. That is why you are just keeping quiet. So now what can be done? Nothing can be done. Allow the fear to happen. Let everything happen. Let the fear come into your being. Allow the fear to come up to your conscious layer without suppressing. Yes, I have the fear. There is a possibility for all these things to happen. There is a possibility it can happen. There is a possibility my wealth can be stolen. There is a possibility my near and dear one they may die. There is a possibility of me facing the accident. There is a possibility of me dying. There are all these possibilities. Yes, what can be done? This is life. This is what I call facing the reality as it is. Only kids need fantasies and imaginations to face the reality. But you need to understand the truth as it is. You can't escape from reality. You can't escape from the truth. The more you try to escape, the more they will haunt you. They will be behind you. They will be chasing you. So allow, let the fears come out. Suddenly you will see, when all the fears leave you, you will see you become more responsible. You became more intense. In our meditation programs, in the 2nd level program, we have a meditation called Death Experience. It is based on Ramana Maharishi's experience. People always feel frightened to enter into the meditation. But the moment they come out, they always tell me, Swamiji, now I feel really my responsibility. I was postponing so many things without doing. Now I decided the first thing after going from here, I'll do all those things. Naturally, they become intense. They understand the values of relationships. Again and again, people report to me, after that meditation, I really start respecting my spouse, Swamiji. I don't take her for granted anymore. When you think the possibility of death, immediately you will never take life for granted. You will not take spouse for granted. You start living. Same day, when there is a possibility of wealth being taken away from you, you will not take your wealth for granted. You will start living it. You will start living them intensely. You will not take things for granted. When the possibility of death, when the possibility of being taken away from you, when it enters your being, you start realizing your responsibility. Granted, a small story, how we take things for granted. There was a king. After 45 years, he felt completely bored because whatever he wants, he is having. Whether it's comforts, luxury, or women, whatever enjoyments, he's got everything. Now what to do? All the excitement is lost. Feels bored. Let me tell you, all kings live in hell. When I say all, I mean capital A-L-L. If you want to live like a king, go to hell. Straight away you will become king. All kings, because you will have everything. Tremendous boredom will happen. If you don't have something, you will have the excitement, you will work for that. There is a need for continuity. There is a need to live. You will have some goal. There is need for continuity. When you have everything, what for you should live? Nothing. Never imagine when you have everything you will be happy. Be very clear. Never imagine you will be happy when you have everything. You will be in hell straight away when you have everything. This king, he entered into the hell because he got everything. And he is totally depressed, bored. He doesn't even want to come out of the room. Whole day is lying. These ministers, they tried all their best. Whatever they can do, they tried to bring him out, to make him again alive, to give him a little excitement. They brought best comforts and luxuries from all over the country. They brought the best things from all over the country. And they brought all possible pleasures. But nothing worked. He said no. Finally, they decided to do one thing. King, there is an enlightened master in the forest. He may be able to help you. Why don't you come and see him at least once? He will bring you out of depression. Because many people have been helped by him. King said, I am not interested in coming anywhere. Enough. He says, no, please try once. King said, all right. Anyhow, you are all telling so much about him. Let me try. He comes, but with all the doubts, with all the questions, and he is not ready to trust that person. First of all, he is suspecting whether he is enlightened or not, who knows. And he goes to the master and he just asks straight away, see, I just wanted to know, can you help me to come out of depression? That is the way these guys will question. Because they have come just to check out. They have not come to learn. They have just come to verify. I have seen so many people coming and asking me, can you show some path to achieve God? I tell them, please, I will try. Why don't you be seated? Why don't you have your seat? I will try. And they will come as if they have come to check me. And it's really fun. One young guy, well read in all these, the modern day books, Ramakrishna's life, Vivekananda, all these modern day saints' lives. This guy came and asked me, Swamiji, have you seen God? I just smiled at him. And I asked him, did you read Vivekananda's biography? He said, yes, I read Vivekananda's biography. I know how Vivekananda asked Ramakrishna, same way I am asking you. First thing I cut out of his shirt so that he should not run away. I cut out of his shirt. You see, when Ramakrishna told, I have seen, Vivekananda simply followed Ramakrishna. Gave his whole life to Ramakrishna. Dedicated his whole life to Ramakrishna. Now I am not only saying I have seen, I will show you, come. Fellow ran away. Fellow just escaped. He is not ready to take the responsibility, but he just want to check out. He just ran away. I told him, I am not only saying I have seen, I will show you, come. Come and be with me, come. Simply ran away. The guys just want to check out. The king wants to check out. He goes there and asks casually, can you tell me something to get rid of this depression? Master straight away says, if you can bring all your wealth in one, put it in one gunny bag, bring it and bring it here, then I will teach you. Immediately the king decided, this fellow has nothing to do with enlightenment. He is a cheat, bogus fellow. And he is asking for all my wealth. He said, he did not even give a reply, he went away. But that night, he started slowly thinking, why should he ask for wealth, all my wealth? And there is some grace beyond my doubt. There is something about him. He's working on me. And one more thing, I tell you one thing. People ask me, Swamiji, how to find out whether somebody is enlightened or not? You can never find out by intellect. Never try to find out. Always try your best to suspect. If he is really enlightened, beyond your doubt, his form, his being will be there in you. You will not be able to forget him. Never remember. People always ask me, Swamiji, should I remember you? No. Try your best to forget. Try your best to doubt. If at all I had divine experience, that will work beyond your intellect. If I am going to help you, if you will be helped by me, beyond your intellect, you will simply fall. Let me be very clear. Simply you will fall. Through intellect, you can never analyze and understand. With intellect, try your best to say no. That's the best thing. If you try your best to say no, you will never be cheated. That's the best thing, right thing to be done. And if the person is really enlightened, he will be able to penetrate you beyond your intellect.
Pramana for the power of Mahima, power of increasing height of body and object, is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 7a. Maranam ghādyate tena sakenapi na ghādyate tasya syat paramasiddhe animadi guna prada vayussannachadate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagalpti yusamapi vadhate maranam khadyate tena sakenapi na khadyate tasya syat paramasiddhir animadi guna prada vayu sanacharate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagalapti yusamapi vadhate.
Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Shastra Pramana, Shiva Samhita 5.7678. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, death is eaten by him, he is eaten by none. He manifests the highest powers of Anima, Lagima, Mahima, etc. The Vayu, the wind energy, moves equally throughout his body. The juice of his body are also increased rasaviddhi. The nectar extruding from the eternal lotus also increases in him. So beautifully, Bhagavan says how you understand the enlightened master. If you can forget him, then that is the challenge. By intellect, you cannot accept or agree or understand him. But if you can forget him, then that is the challenge. You can take it as he is an enlightened master. Such a beautiful space that he is bringing. Bhagavan beautifully says only 21 people recognized Krishna. And Manikavaskar, when king gave him the money to go and buy the horses, he went to the town and saw one person teaching, Acharya teaching the devotees, and simply he recognized him as Shiva. The minute he recognized Shiva, he sat there and then started building temple for him with that money and forgot the whole thing. And when the king's men pulled him back to his country to see why he did that, he simply said, I don't know, I just got lost in Paramashiva. And after that, king asked him, where is the horse? He said, Paramashiva will take care. And to the great surprise, next day Paramashiva brings all the horses. And the night, the horses become the foxes, and the foxes eat the rest of the horses which were proper. And then the king gets even more worse anger with Manikavasagar, puts him in the jail for playing all these games. And because he put him in jail, the Vaiga river starts overflowing. Then Shiva again comes down, and then he sleeps instead of doing work. And the king comes to beat him, and every being on planet Earth experienced that beating. And then he came to know who he was. The king understood that he's Paramashiva. Paramashiva, who's inside everybody, whether they believe it, whether they understand it, whether they accept it or not. Why they are living and surviving is because Paramashiva is there. The microcosm, the macrocosm, everything functions out of him. Simply forgetting that and thinking we are doing something. If we are asked to breathe, then we won't even be alive, Bhagavan says. Same way, if you are asked to digest the food into blood, hardly that will get ever done. It is all happening that simply how it exists. Only we are asked to do certain basic things to realize that space of Paramashiva which is happening in us continuously as miracle. Our body itself is the biggest miracle that is happening and manifesting all the time and adapting to everything that is going on. Bhagavan beautifully says how we are not recognizing the whole thing and taking things for granted, the being and the doing. If we live as a being, it is where we exist, manifesting. If we are believe in doing things, we are getting more and more away from the center. The more your outer world, you are more into the Maya matrix. The more your thinking is to the inner consciousness, your inner space, more you're towards the Paramashiva space. Bringing in the outer to inner is all that we need to do. And simply he will take us from there to Kailasha, the beautiful cognition that he has given. With that, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Siddhas, Nayanamas, Alvars who are manifested all these powers, and they are the scientists who time tested and verified all the powers of Paramashiva. Power of increasing the size of other. Sivanechar was a name who lived with his beautiful daughter Pumbave. He was devoted to Lord Shiva, such was his devotion to the Lord that his mind and heart promised with a beautiful daughter Pumbave in the marriage of Jnana Sambandar. One morning, Pumbave went to the garden and she was bitten by a snake and she died. Her grief stricken father lost all the faith and collected all her bones and ashes and put it in earthen pot and awaited for Jnanasambandar to come. When Jnanasambandar came and sang few hymns on Lord Shiva, just by hearing that, she from the ashes became Angam Bhumbave, and simply she became the Rudrakanya manifesting her reality to see Tirunjana Sambandar. Now Tirunjana Sambandar said he cannot marry her because she became his daughter, and he blessed her to live in praising the Lord Shiva as Rudrakanya. This is part of the Periya Puranam as Atma Pramana. Let's go to Atma Pramana.
Even with that connection, it took 9.5 months to fully download the whole thing and to fully start manifesting the whole thing. With this initiation, you can change the size, shape of the organs. Understand? Just this one initiation, if you all master, you can just go on living whatever time you want. Because you just need to alter your organs and rejuvenate and freshen up, that's all. It's like every morning, if you just switch the reboot button, press, control, delete and reboot, over. You go on living. You master the time. I know a lot of fundamental principles need to be understood. Unfortunately, humanity has moved so much away from nature. Even basic few things look so complicated and difficult. Sometimes I feel like I am living in a different world and you are all living in a different world. It is not few feet distance, it is few world distance. Because the cognitions I carry, the conclusions I have, listen, the cognitive shift you need to have for this initiation. Listen carefully. I'll repeat once more. Hinduism is not faith-based tradition. It doesn't demand your faith. It is integrity-based tradition. It means, let me explain. Listen carefully. There are some fundamental understandings about the cosmos. You commit to understand that and be integrated to that. That's all.
Bhagavan beautifully said how we are integrated to the highest cosmos as our reality, that I am Paramashiva. That's all is the simple integrity and simple obedience. Now Shakshi Pramana are the millions of disciple devotees all over the world manifesting this power. Now we have one devotee who have manifested, increasing the size of the finger of the partner.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Deadlifting. Powerlifting exercises can be harmful to shoulder, lower back, and knee injuries, from muscle strain, tendons chronic to fractures. The deadlift exercise utilizes the entire posterior chain in the body and is considered one of the most effective full body muscle building exercises. However, deadlifts can pose a risk of spinal damage. Deadlifts place force on the spinal disc, especially when done with heavy weight. If you perform these exercises with a rounded or arched back, the amount of disc compression increases substantially and can result in bulged disc, pinched nerves, or other issues. Preparation and step-by-step personal coaching are necessary for novice who wants to lift heavy weight. Charts are given to indicate the average weight one can lift depending on the gender, height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting powers of Ashta Mahashaktis, power of increasing the size of others. Mahima, how a Balasans from Nityananda Gurukul can effortlessly uplift double the weight he should be able to lift for his height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting power of Ashta Mahashaktis, powers to lift huge weights effortlessly, also known as Lagima, power to make things lighter.
The Shastra Pramana, the direct words of Mahasadashiva, where Sadashiva reveals how this Shakti manifests. It is from the Paushkar Agama, Vidyapada, Patala 6. Lagima shigrage vitvam pankadhavapya majjanam mahima vyapya chasthanam brihadendriya dadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, you'll be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nityananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner, which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. If I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take this.
So that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Setting up instruction for power of increasing the size of others. Set up the camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, a scale, and a partner. Please take a few minutes to set up your camera, download the timestamp app, Click on the video. Ensure the timestamp is shown clearly on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you, the partner, and the scale in a bright, beautiful place where it's very quiet and everything is clearly recorded. Guidelines. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnananjan between your eyebrows, third eye. Sit comfortably with your partner. Explain to your partner what you're going to be doing. Bring awareness to your third eye. Record his or her weight and height on a scale at least twice to get a accurate recording. Gaze intensely and gently at your partner without touching. Through the third eye, change the weight or the height of the partner in front of you, making them taller or heavier. Record the weight, the height of your partner and make a note of the changes. Once you verify that 5 to 10 inches or grams of weight has increased, 5 to 10 pounds have increased or centimeters have increased in the height or the weight, please authentically record the videos, take the pictures before and after, and post all this and share with the world and family and friends and listen to others' experience. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched, complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva, that everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. नित्यानंद परमशिवम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivam 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for increasing the size of others. Verify that no video editing is done during the Shakti Avishkarna, during the power manifestation videos. Verify the video is not stopped or restarted in any of the process during the power manifestation. All videos are verified with the timestamp. All videos should have a wide angle view to view the partner, you, and the measuring items with the measuring scales clearly seen in the camera. Do not tamper with the scales or the weighing machine. Do not add or remove any additional substance to increase or decrease the measurements. Authentically have 5 to 10 whole unit should be a change seen in the measurement, vividly seen by everybody. That would be the authentic power manifestation. Thank you for manifesting this power. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapaddhati, Nityananda Jnanapaddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham